I first started looking into women and planning, I could find work that had gone on in the past that was a fantastic foundation to build upon, but then there was a bit of a gap and people hadn't been thinking about it so much. So the work I'm doing at the moment is about seeing where we're at. So how much is the Equalities Act used in planning? How much are we using the powers that exist in order to make more equal cities? Some of the big issues have really come to the forefront during lockdown and during the pandemic. We all saw that different people had different experiences of lockdown depending on where they lived and what facilities they had access to, and some of those inequalities became really stark. And that's something that the profession and academia have been talking about a lot since then. So we've been starting to talk more generally about how we might plan our towns and cities better for the needs of everyone. The thing that I bring to that is thinking how we do that through a gendered lens. How do we make sure the needs of women are included in that? The murder of Sarah Everard brought the idea of women's safety into people's minds. That led them to ask a lot of questions about how we plan our towns and cities and how we can make sure something like that is less likely to happen. One of the things the profession cares about very much is to think about how developments can be sustainable. So when we think about what's happening with the built environment and how that needs to be more sustainable, planning is one of the key areas that can influence that and shape that. The 15-minute neighbourhood is an idea that's really gathered traction at the moment. It's about being able to live somewhere where you can access all the services, all the facilities that you need within 15 minutes of active travel. So you should be able to cycle or walk to your doctor's surgery or to the supermarket or to the playground or to the school. All those kind of things that you need to live your everyday life. Planning is very much an applied profession. So what we also do is we go out into the real world. We meet practitioners. We work on live projects. We do work placements within the planning profession as well. And that means that students are able to think about these ideas in the classroom, but then they're able to think about how they can apply them to the real world. And I think that's one of the strengths of planning, is that we're not just thinking about something in a classroom, we're thinking, well, how can we actually implement this? How can these changes be seen? How can we change the world around us for the better?